Well, let's see what sleep shows me tonight. I wonder where all of these wires lead to. Is someone living down here? What's that noise? Whose computer is this? There's no point having a password if you stick it to the screen for anybody to see. Smoke containment active. What the hell is a smoke? I guess it can't hurt to try turning the lights off, though I'm not sure how. I don't remember seeing any light switches. Oh right, so they turn off as I touch them. So I just need to run through the maze to turn them all off. Doesn't sound too hard. According to the TV outside, that should be half of the lights. Not long now until I can leave here and never come back. Time to get the hell out of here. Okay, one maze down, just 3 to go. Okay, that should be roughly half of them, I think. didn't kill me. Good. And that is my cue to leave. Alright then, 2 crazy demon ghost things successfully pacified. Only 2 left. Maybe I should have taken those signs seriously. Half. Yeah, half light's gone. He sounds pissed off. I better get out of here. Why is that thing even here? Considering this is my dream, I seem to be giving myself some pretty arbitrary challenges. I'll probably get it from my parents. Wait, was that about half of them? Shit, I think I lost count. Smoke. To see smoke in your dream indicates some sort of trouble that is entering your life. You are suffering from confusion and anxiety. In particular, if the smoke is black, then it could mean that you're not seeing some situational problem clearly. To overcome or get past black smoke shows you are maturing and taking charge of your life. Maze. To dream of a maze represents a situation where you can't focus on anything apart from getting the task at hand over with. This shows you need to finish something before you can move on. Yep, I'm out of here. And there goes the last one. I should probably run the program on the computer again and see if I can find a way out of here now that all those mazes are locked up. Whoa! What's going on? Would you look at that? We were warned about the effects of global warming, so we only have ourselves to blame. Still, I actually quite like the snow. It's like looking at a blank canvas. You can do anything with a fresh start, so long as you know what it is you want to do. It's damn cold, though.
This is as good a time to stop as any. So far, it's gotten pretty interesting. I really like what it does with the environmental interaction, where I was able to kind of go through and directly affect what was going on in the game by turning off the lights and doing things like that. Dear Esther is a game similar where it had a lot of narrative focus like this game does, but it didn't really offer any interaction like this game does, where you just kind of walk through Dear Esther and it would tell you things, and where in this game you walk through and you do things that affect what's going on. You can be affected by the environment with the smoke monster. That was the first time I'd ever actually been hit by one. That was pretty interesting. Although I was a little bit disappointed it didn't do more than just kind of send me back to the start area. But I was really happy that when I reached that area with the smoke monsters, because it was a chance for me to do something with the environment, to kind of have a danger behind me and push me forward towards getting more of the narrative. So I really liked that. And the only problems I ran into were, one, I really wish there was some sort of indication on how much sprint I had left, or when I could sprint again. I think that was the most annoying thing to me for the entirety of that kind of smoke monster area, because you wound up needing to sprint a lot. Like if the monster was there, you needed to get out of its way so it didn't send you back to the start. So, and I realized that this game focuses on not having any kind of HUD. There's nothing really going on. I mean, interact, and the dot appears when I can interact with something. But for the most part, there isn't anything. So instead of like putting on a really tacky bar or something like that that shows you when your sprint's refilled, I think maybe just having the screen blur or something when you're out of sprint might be an effective way to communicate to the player that you can no longer sprint, and then once that blur fades, you know that you can sprint again, just to give the player some indication. And maybe it only happens in areas where it needs to happen, like when you need to sprint away from the smoke monsters, you get the blur on your screen or something like that. But just some indication that you can no longer sprint and that you are slowed and a bit vulnerable at that time. The other thing that really bothered me was the crouching. The crouching didn't seem to work properly. It is now for some reason. I don't know why. In the sand area, I had a lot of trouble. I would often crouch, and my character would do nothing, and I'd have to back up a step before he would actually crouch. And that was pretty obnoxious. I don't know why it did that. I think it might have had to do with some kind of collision detection, but I could see that getting me killed a couple times by the smoke monster, and that would have been really frustrating. So that was probably the most annoying thing overall, was just not having my crouch work during that area. So I imagine that's something that's going to get fixed. That seems like a bug, and it probably won't be around long. So hopefully that gets worked out. Other than that, I am really interested to see where the snow goes. I wish I could go through that black portal, but only Act 1 is available in the alpha stage right now. So more of it will be added later, and I'm interested to see where it goes. There's a bit more to explore in that desert area, which I'll be checking out. The good and bad thing about starting this game back up is it plops you right back in the hub world, so you have to travel all the way back. When I know what I want to do, it's kind of a pain because I have to walk all the way back there, but when I need to do something fresh, like go right instead of left, it's really helpful. So next time we'll be going right and seeing what happens there. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.